Hello Aries, welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is your weekly tarot reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus from the 3rd to the 9th of February 2020. I hope you're well, Aries, and I can't believe we're in February already. So I'm just pulling an overarching tarot card to see what the message is for you. So what do we have, Angel Spirits Guides, for Aries, our lovely Aries? Okay, one card turned over there, definitely. Is it here? There we are. I love this card for you, Aries, because this is the Sun in Aries, Three of Wands. Lovely card. This for me is the young Emperor, starting out, beginning to realize that when he really focuses his own power and understands his own potential to really create success in his life, that's when things start to shift. And the 3 in tarot was the beginnings of manifestation, the beginnings of seeing that change, something that you've been striving towards. This is a big message of the work that you've been doing, the effort that you've been putting into something. This is very in line with your passions. There is the beginnings of making it happen. Your ships are beginning to come in. They're on the horizon. They're not yet there yet, but you are so on track here. It's very good in terms of money and career. Also, you know, in terms of igniting your passion in relationships, it could be things going to the next level too. But certainly money, career aspects, this is a very favourable card. Remember, the Emperor is the empire builder. And this is the beginnings of his journey, you know, building his empire, doing the work, putting in the effort, realising his own potential and power from within. So, powerful message. There could be some beginnings of positive change if you've been trying to further yourself in terms of money and career aspects in particular, and career more than anything, career, business aspects. This is the beginnings of growth. This is the beginnings when you start seeing whatever you've been focusing your passions on, whatever area of your life, it is beginning to be realised. It's small achievements. Yeah. And remember, there's a lot of drive. There's a big message of now is the time to continue taking action, continue to stay focused here, because something is happening, things are changing. Okay, let's see what the energy is for the week. Angel Spirits Guides, what is the energy for the week for Aries? Yeah, I mean, we've got the Angel of Balance. This is about finding balance from within, staying balanced in your external environment as well, approaching things in a balance, all of that kind of energy. That could be with your emotional and mental situation from within. That can also be in your external environment, you know, finding balance in all areas of your life. But we have the journey, you see. I feel for some of you the journey begins. This is where the journey takes a turn for the better. This is where you are beginning to see your ships coming in. You are beginning to see that light, you see? Maybe light at the end of the tunnel, something beginning to happen that brings the beginnings of manifestation into your life. Okay. And angels, what do we have for Aries for the week 3rd to the 9th of February 2020? What is the message for Aries, please? What does Aries need to hear? We have abundance, Aries. We have reconsider. There's big happy changes ahead. You know, sometimes I feel the reconsidering is making sure you're looking at all options, making sure that you're not dismissing something out of turn. Because look, there's big happy changes here in terms of abundance. This is very good in terms of money, career success in particular. Also your self-worth, self-value, all of this kind of energy, getting to the place where you want to be. And I do feel for some of you, it is making sure that you are considering all options. Maybe there's an area that you need to reconsider. Maybe there's a job opportunity that you might have dismissed out of hand you need to consider. Maybe there is some conversation or, interview that's on offer. Maybe it's worth reconsidering. It could also be reconsidering your current situation as well. Is this for you? What do I need to do to bring big happy changes into my life that lead to abundance? So, yeah. But I think it's all part of the journey. We have this wonderful journey card here with that wonderful light shining on you now. I think you are being guided by spirit, most definitely. 3 cards have come out in the angel cards. I just feel for some of you that's such a positive message. You might have to fine-tune something, you might have to evaluate something, Aries. Evaluate your position, your current circumstances, whatever this is. This is the beginnings of making something happen, the beginnings of success. Okay. So, I pull 5 cards. And remember the tarot cards are a little bit more specific than the overarching general cards. So we have the past position, the present, your challenge, advice from spirit and outcome. And then we just get clarifiers for those cards. So let's see what we get for Aries, please. What do we have for Aries, please? Angel Spirit's Guide. What is the message for Aries? Too many. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, lovely card. We've got the Page of Pentacles here. So Aries, your present position. Page of Swords. Your challenge is the 5 of Swords. Advice from Spirit, the 3 of Cups, beautiful card. And the outcome, Aries. Wow, we've got the Chariot. Victory. Okay, Angel Spirit's Guide. Can we get clarifiers for the cards on the table, please? Okay, what do we have in the past position for Aries, please? 3rd to the 9th of January 2020. Sorry, 3rd to the 9th of February 2020 even. 3rd to the 9th of February 2020, please. Thank you. Great. I love that card. We had the 6 of Pentacles. Page of Swords, Aries. We have the Tower. I'm going to pull one more card. 2 of Cups. The 5 of Swords, Aries. Oh my goodness. We have the 5 of Swords as well. These 2 cards are your challenge. I do get duplicates in my readings. It's the way Angel Spirits guides. Try and push a message across that needs to be focused upon or needs to be acknowledged. The 3 of Cups, the advice from Spirit. Lovely. We've got the King of Cups. And your outcome, Aries, the Chariot is clarified by the Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, Aries. So we have, you know, past and present here. I feel for some of you, the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles can be a message to do with an opportunity coming into you. It could have been in the past. You know, these energies can overlap as well. Could be in terms of business, career aspects. This can represent news in terms of promotions, opportunities, bonuses, news of new interviews, all of this, news of new business ventures. All of this is to focus you in terms of furthering yourself. This is the very beginnings of change, the very beginnings of making something happen, building something solid for the future, taking the steps that you need to take to build something solid in your life. The Pentacles energy is very much for me linked to the law of attraction. What you put out to the universe is what you get back. And this is a card of, this is generally an element of hard work. You know, the Pentacles energy is all about the work that you'd put in, the practical work, your skills, your experience, your knowledge, your dedication, your time, your patience, your focus. All of this kind of energy is promised to bring long-term growth when the Page of Pentacles appears. But you need to do the work. You need to focus on furthering yourself, bringing solid foundations into your life. This is the beginnings of doing work to reap the rewards long-term. Now, it can be about, you know, doing CVs. It might be some of you are going to talk about job opportunities, job interviews, look at promotions, doing hard work to get promotions, starting a new business venture, applying for loans. This can also be good news in terms of loans, mortgages on properties, that type of thing. So whatever you've been doing, it is all linked to setting yourself up for the long term, focusing now your skills and experience. Because I feel for some of you, the Six of Pentacles is very much about certainly in terms of money. This can be some, you know, between the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, there could be some good news on the money front. Almost kind of like saying it's your time now in terms of money, career aspects, most definitely. This is about giving and receiving, but like I said, this is very much linked to the law of attraction. What you put out to the universe is what you get back. And this is the young Hierophant telling you that now is your time to receive. And I feel it is. Receive something that is far more stable, more secure, that sets you up to reap the rewards long term. So there's a big message of keep on putting in the effort here, because this is your time to really begin to make things happen. Three of Wands. The journey takes a turn for the better. There are big happy changes ahead. It's leading to abundance. So it might well be some of you are reconsidering your options here. We do have the Page of Swords, which can be about a change in your perspective, a change in your mind potentially as well. The beginnings of seeing the path clearly. Maybe there is some kind of evaluation that needs to be done here. But the Page of Swords is also about seeing truth, getting direction. And both of the Page and the Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, are the beginnings of something new, the beginnings of change happening in your life. And this is an internal energy. It is a mental energy, the Page of Swords. It is to do with our mind, how we perceive things, making decisions, choices, seeing the path clearly, getting clarity on a situation. Yeah, all of that kind of energy. Now, sometimes I will say the Swords energy can also be a little bit harsh, and sometimes this can be news that you don't want to hear. Not necessarily, or difficult news to deal with. It might well be to do with this that you might have been through. You know, the Tower is your energy, Aries. So whenever you see the Tower, it can talk about change. But I feel for some of you, it is change that is that needs to happen in your life in order to really make the most of this foundation now. You see, the Six of Pentacles is the Hierophant, Hierophant energy. It is the young Hierophant. Pretty much saying to you that now is your time to be open to receive. In order to do that, you might need to go through this, or you may have gone through this, the Tower energy. You may have gone through difficult changes. Now that could be in terms of relationships at work with a particular person. It could have been to do with your home, your family. Some of you are regrouping, refocusing on your own path forward, having gone through a difficult time in whatever area of your life this is. This can be about business partnerships, business colleagues. This can also be about love, relationships, all of this kind of energy. This is Mars energy, your ruler. Mars is your ruler. Tearing this tower down. I feel for some of you with this energy, you may have been part of this. You may have wanted this to happen. You know, when you're confronted with difficult situations, Aries, if there's been falsities, lack of truths, if you thought something, a relationship in the workplace or in the home life was more solid than it turned out to be, you will probably do something about that, you know. And sometimes we have towers of our own making, or that we contribute to. Sometimes these things happen in their own way. Whatever this is the universe saying this tower needed to come down because it wasn't built on solid foundations. And when this tower comes crumbling down, it reveals truths, it reveals falsities, the masks come off. And I feel for some of you there could have been some of that going on, because we do have the Seven of Swords here at the end of your reading, and we have the two Five of Swords here. So this is about conflict. This is about dealing with some deception, some lack of truth as well. Things weren't always what they seemed to be. And I feel some of you have seen the truth of a situation. It would have been difficult to deal with, but nevertheless, with that Mars energy, Aries, this is about you're more than capable of dealing with it. Don't feel the tower. We look back on tower moments in months and years to come and suddenly realize why they happened, because it makes us bigger, bolder, stronger, gives us the experience we need in order to really achieve in our lives. And that is what's happening to you now. The Three of Wands, your ships are beginning to come in because of what's happened here. And I feel for some of you, you know, with these energies, I do feel they're crossing over a bit. Whatever you've been through, it is making you far more solid, more stronger, more stable, more secure, focusing on building something far more solid in your life. So we have these two cards, and I think this is linked with the Tower here. This can, you know, sometimes this can be about negative thinking. This can be holding on to whatever this was, Aries, and not allowing yourself to move forward. And this is your challenge. This person is a victor, but they're looking back. You see, they look back at the people walking away from them. And while they look back and don't look forward, they remain in that unstable energy of the Fives here. I feel for some of you that now is your time to move on from whatever this conflict is. This is about, you know, if there has been conflict, arguments, you've called somebody out in a situation, this is somebody who wins, but it comes at a cost. It can come at a cost at relationships, jobs, friendships, working with colleagues, respect, all of this kind of energy. This kind of energy can come at a cost. So the real question is it worth it? Because nobody in the end really wins. This is about choosing your battles wisely now. It's also choosing what you're focusing on now. Because if you focus on this energy, you just get more instability. And I feel for some of you, having gone through the Tower energy, you've been through enough instability, and it's time for you certainly to focus on your path forward now. Now, Aries, I will say, as an aside, some of you could have been dealing with children. Some of you could have had a big Tower moment with children, because the pages can represent children as well. Yeah, that is an aside. Yeah, I just feel for some of you, you know, the King of Cups can be an opportunity, something that you really want. It can be in love, can be to do with be open to receive new love. This can be actually finding self-love as well. Can be also be open to receive opportunity offers that you would love, that you really want, all of this kind of energy. The message of the King of Cups is to rise above emotional situations. You see, the water in tarot, the cups in tarot, all represent our emotions and feelings. And the King of Cups sits in the middle of the ocean because he's mastered his emotions and feelings. And that's what I feel you're being told to do now. Whatever it's been an emotional situation, Aries, I can see this with the Tower over the Two of Cups here. But I feel for some of you, you're in a position now to rise above the situation. And by doing so, you're open to bring on the new and receive the new. And the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. When you rise above situations that no longer serve you, this is when you move on. This is when you move on emotionally, when you move on certainly towards the path to success, very much in terms of your own passions, your own power, your own self-identity, manifesting something far more successful, something that promises real growth in your life. The work that you're doing, focusing on something positive, will allow you to reap the rewards as well. These people are celebrating because they're beginning to reap the rewards of their harvest. So there's a real kind of celebration, but I certainly feel for some of you, this again is a big message of the work that you're doing. When you rise above situations and refocus from whatever this energy was, you allow yourself to move on, bring closure to situations that you need to close off, and move on to something that's far more fulfilling from within and also in your external environment. And what are you moving on from? You're moving on from this, Seven of Swords, deception, lack of truth, underhanded tactics, all of this kind of energy. Things not being what they seem, people not being what they seem. That is the Seven of Swords. Some of you could have been deceived. This can also be a message of don't self-sabotage now. Don't hold yourself back. Because now is the time to release the weights of the past and move on at speed to victory and success. It says it's within your grasp. But you see, the charioteer pulls the black and white sphinxes into balance in order to really move forward swiftly in a straight line towards his goal, his new goal, looking forward. And he does that by pulling the reins of his life into balance. But this is also about leaving something behind. The charioteer leaves the village behind. And I feel for some of you, this is about releasing what's gone, refocusing on your path. And the Seven is very much about overcoming your challenge, moving towards victory and success. You're in the driving seat, Aries, or you certainly have the opportunity to be now. And all the while, what did I say at the beginning of the reading? 3 angel cards came out. You're being protected. You know, this is the canopy of the night sky, reminding you that the universe is watching over you on this journey. So remember, the chariot is an internal journey as well as an external one. You're moving forward, releasing, letting go of something that doesn't serve you anymore. And I feel the truth was on your side. You know, the Libran energy, you know, this links to the Justice card. I do feel for some of you, truth was on your side. I feel you're getting clarity. And again, you're rising above the clouds, you know, where you're rising above your emotions with the King of Cups. You're mastering your emotions. This is where you're mastering your mental energy as well. You see, she sits in the blue sky. Clear thinking, logic, reason, decisiveness, clarity, truth. All of those kind of energies are linked with the Queen of Swords. You just see the bigger picture now. You're getting a clear perspective of where you're moving towards. And this can be about making decisions, choices based on that clarity, seeing the bigger picture, getting a bigger perspective, because you've mastered your emotions from within. And why do I say that? Because Librans are all about balance. This is a card of Libra. The balance between the heart and the mind. And that is the heart and the mind, and that's what she embodies. Balance. Moving forward in balance now. The Chariot moves forward in balance. I feel where you've had imbalance here, you're slowly bringing everything back towards alignment with your life. You've got Angel of Balance here. 3 of Wands, your ships are beginning to come in. There are big, happy changes ahead, Aries. You know, there's abundance ahead. If you need to reconsider your position on anything, how you're approaching a situation, now is the time to do that. Because the journey is about to take a turn for the better for some of you. Now, I found my angel cards again. So my fairy cards. Yeah, I found my fairy cards again. So I'm going to pull a fairy card to finish off the reading, Aries. We have solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during quiet times. And I feel for some of you, you may have had to have some quiet times out, Aries, to really overcome and find the way forward. But nevertheless, you are moving forward now to victory and success. Your ships are beginning to come in from the hard work that you're doing. And the 3s can be about closure as well as things manifesting in the new. I'm going to pull one card. There we are. Yeah. We have light. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light on your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Yeah. And I feel for some of you, I said that at the beginning, you see that light there? Yeah, you're beginning to see the light. Light at the end of the tunnel. Stepping into your light. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I hope it's a wonderful week, Aries, and I will see you next time. Thank you.